All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our Counselor Spotlight segment this month on for CCAM, Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. Today, we're talking to two of our volunteers, Plankton and Spinner. Hi, Plankton and Spinner.
Hello.
Hi.
Thanks for taking the time to do this. I know Plankton and Spinner. It's been a crazy last couple of years from you. Let's see, you're in Connecticut. You bought a house. You got engaged. You're getting married next year. Did I miss anything?
I think that's pretty much the summary. Yeah,
Covers the majority of it.
that's the highlights.
Well, first off,
There somewhere.
yeah, well, congratulations on all that. That's a lot to take on, and I know our community will be super excited to hear you two are getting married next year. So congratulations. And what is the date for that wedding, by the way?
We're going with September 17th. We're waiting on a few confirmations, but
Yeah.
Excellent.
September 17th next year.
Well, congratulations.
We're gonna have a whole 100 people crash this wedding apparently.
Well, I didn't ask you where, so we're safe there. We're safe. Yeah, but if someone leaks it, it was not me. Sorry, I promise. Well, thank you for taking the time to join us from the East Coast and talk about not only what's going on in your life, but mainly camp. Like, this is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and we wanted to talk to some of our volunteers about their experience with camp and shed a spotlight on what camp means to them and how they got involved. So, Plankton, I know that out of the two of you, you definitely started camp first quite a while back. So would you mind telling us how you got involved with camp and your involvement that flowed right into being a counselor?
Yeah, so I joined camp when I was 8 years old, maybe 7 years old. I was really, really young. And I think it might have been one of Chad's first years too.
So,
Yep, Chad saw me grow up. And I went from 7 years old until I was 18, turning 19. I graduated camp. I still have Bear made me my graduation monkey sis, and I still have it and wear it when I'm at camp. And it was just an incredible part of my childhood. It was so meaningful, and just the opportunity to genuinely connect and make friends and be a kid and have camp. It's a magical place. And then upon graduating, I had to take, I think it was 2 years at the time. I ended up taking 3.5 years until I applied, just because college is a little crazy. And I finally applied to be a counselor because I just missed camp so much. And I knew incredible counselors like Lisa Morgan, like Chad, that had been with me my entire life and had made such a big impact. And I wanted the opportunity to do the same. So I applied and became a counselor, and I dragged this one with me.
So, okay, speaking of dragging Spinner in, I'm going to get Spinner in a minute. I'm going to get your view on what Plankton said that sold you on it, why you wanted to dive in. Plankton, what was it you saw in Spinner that you said, okay, he would make a great counselor? Oh, I'm putting her on the spot right now.
We had actually earlier that year done we went to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo for undergrad, and we had done the orientation program and had been co-counselors. And any of you that know Spinner, he is very animated. He has mad hops. He can jump around for days. And so it was basically like a camp week where as counselors, we didn't sleep at all. And we chose a theme of cartoons for our cabin orientation group. Every single day, we dressed up as different cartoon characters and just had the time of our life. And seeing him these were college freshmen, and seeing him with those kids and and just how influential he has, so many strong leadership skills. He is just, I'm gonna embarrass him. He's just naturally good, and people gravitate towards him. So I thought he should have this experience, and he came along.
Perfect. Well, wow,
I'm blushing.
that's pretty good. Well, thank you, Plankton. That sounds like you would be a perfect counselor. So, Spinner, Plankton comes to you and says, "I've got this idea. You need to volunteer I'm sure it's not the first time you heard about Camp Ronald McDonald. So what was it about her speech or just hearing about camp throughout the years that sold you on it?
Yeah, so like you mentioned, I had definitely heard a lot about a camp through Lou and I's relationship, and from her brothers as well. And it just sounded like a really, really special place. And it was kind of difficult in college, right, to get the summers off and find time to make that happen. And then everything kind of lined up where we would have a free summer to be volunteers. And so Plankton said, hey, like I'm doing this, you better get on board because you got to check this place out. And one of the things that I admire about Plankton, and that also drew me to camp, was I think that she helps the people around her be sort of embrace that childish and playful side, right? Like, don't take yourself too seriously, put a spinner hat on and go run around like a dork. And so I admire that about her, and she's really brought that influence out in me. And I heard that that's what camp was going to be like too. And so I went ahead and jumped in and had no idea what I was doing. And then as soon as I was up there, immediately fell in love. So.
Oh, well, I'm glad you listened to her and followed your instincts on that one, because we're lucky to have both of you as part of this camp community. So you obviously, both of you, keep coming back, which means you found some value at least in that first experience. So what is it? I'm just curious. What is it about camp that you two find most valuable as counselors? What is it that brings you back not only year after year, but now all the way from Connecticut to camp?
Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So I think for me, one of the messages that resonates most about camp, and one of the things that I think is so special about it, is that opportunity for everybody to just play and be a goofball, right? And be kids. One of the messages that really stood out to me when I was going through my first orientation and training with y'all was the idea that, like, first off, I didn't have any exposure to childhood cancer prior to this, so I just wasn't familiar with what that process looked like. And so coming to the understanding that, like, a lot of these kids don't always have the opportunity to go be kids, right? That they're going through treatments and they get looked at as, the kid with cancer, and not just allowed to be themselves and develop their own personality and be a kid. And I think everybody, kids and adult alike, need that opportunity, and camp is exactly that. And that's why I love it so much, and why I keep coming back, is because it helps me develop that, and it's just so awesome to see the kids go through that as well.
Excellent. Thank you, Spinner.
Yeah, I fully agree with everything Spinner said. I felt it. Yeah, I felt it growing up as a camper and as a counselor. It's just incredible to see that impact and that opportunity for the kids. A lot of these kids never get to see or ride a horse, and they absolutely love that. That really changes their life. And I have to say, as a counselor, something I've really loved that you don't think about as a camper is the fact that everything is geared towards your specific age group. So you are building values, like, to make yourself a stronger, better person. Wolf is the easiest example, to build yourself into that leader. And as a camper, you don't really realize that all your activities are geared towards your age group and to support that level. And I think it's just, not only are these kids getting a chance to be kids, but they're genuinely getting a chance to better themselves. And I find that so incredible and impressive. And then on top of that, it's just, and some of the other counselors, especially the last time we were there, a few of the first year counselors ended the weeks, and we were talking to them, and they're like, that's the most time I've said I love you to anyone in my life. And it's just like, it's truly just a place of love and hope and just this great, insane community. I'm sorry, I'm like tearing up this.
I know. I struggled to get through my description too. It's emotional.
Yeah, it's an incredible place. And I actually, every time I talk about it, no matter if it's other co-counselors or family or friends or people who've never heard of camp, I do get emotional because it is such a powerful place, and
we miss it.
Yeah, we miss it a lot.
Agree. And thank you for that beautiful description for both of you. That was very heartfelt. I appreciate that. And I appreciate all the time and effort you both put into camp, whether it's from 7 years old or just a couple of years ago. You both have just dived right in, and you've impacted so many lives. And you didn't give up just because we went virtual. You've been heavily involved in that. Spinner coming up with some creative new songs to do over Zoom, which was pretty funny. And then both of you, I know, were gung-ho on booking those tickets to fly out for the Labor Day camp that we unfortunately had to cancel. So thank you for everything you continue to do for camp, and how much love and heart you pour into even the virtual experience. We appreciate that. As we wrap up, my hope is that there's more than just my mom and your families who watch this video. So maybe there's so the whole camp community will watch. We have a slew of counselors, campers, parents who will probably see this. So if this is your one chance to address our entire community as we close out, what would the two of you like to say to the community who is watching right now?
Words.
Yeah.
Words.
Put us on the spot.
I know.
I mean, I think we said it already, but I miss the community, and I can't wait to see you all again, and have fun and laugh, and we'll do what we can virtually until then, but I just can't. I'm itching for the day that we can be back in person and see you all, and I love you guys.
Yeah, I fully agree. I'm just missing camp so much. Like, virtual was great, and I made some great connections, met some new counselors to me, and made great connections, met some new campers, and it was incredible. But just to get the opportunity to hug everyone again, and like, I genuinely miss all of you, especially even my new friends, which is crazy. We met over Zoom, but I just love to give everyone a hug, and we're sending our love from the East Coast, and hopefully see you, I'm guessing 2022 now.
At some point, 2022. Yeah.
We'll make it work.
Yes, we're going to manifest it, put it out in the universe. Yes, it's going to happen. Thank you both. And I can't say again how much you both mean to this community. And if you've never done a session with Plankton and Spinner, they might downplay a little bit how much energy they have. The two of them are all over the place and lift everyone up. They leave every bit of the gas in their tank at camp. These two just go all out in the best way possible, and they've impacted countless lives. And actually, a huge thank you to the Muir family, because I know, Lily, I believe your parents are providing the matching gift for CCAM for camp. So thank you to your family for continue to support camp after all these years, and for everything the two of you do. Well, here's hoping that we see you both sooner than later out here for non-wedding related things, hopefully camp related things. Until then, be safe, and continue to check in on us, and we'll hope to see your lovely faces at the camp soon. So thank you.
Bye.
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 Wait, I thought of one other thing. Can I say it?
We're not done yet. P.S.
Well, yeah,
Spinner.
just one more thing. I just, I think, even though we're separated from camp, I think everybody tomorrow morning or after you see this video should put on a good song for rock and roll breakfast, and just go crazy in your own kitchen. So That's my PSA.
Maybe we should, I like that. Maybe we should like officially schedule a time. I know we've done like online rock and roll breakfast, but if you can't make it, maybe we should have like a time where we say at 9:07 on this day, everyone play a song and dance around. Record yourself if you want. Send it to Brenda. I bet she could do a fun mashup of the same song, actually, if we all do the same song.
Yeah.
I like that. Good idea. So dance around tomorrow for Spinner. It's a great idea. So now, bye, everyone.
Bye.